Okay, here's a video how to post. We have here Harley. Make sure first thing is to check the ears. They gotta be dry. So I just get whatever tissue and just dry them. Make sure that they're clean and dry. Inside the ear too, because that's where your post is gonna go. And everywhere the post is gonna sit. His dad just gave him a good cleaning, but he got the ears wet, so now I gotta dry them. Make sure that no signs of infection. Sorry, it does hurt. He just had surgery yesterday, so, or 2 days ago, Monday to Wednesday today. So put my finger in there and just make sure it's dry. Okay, next we're going to make the posts. So 5/8 foam backing. I put a little 45 on it. I'll do a dry fit to see how far. Basically, you want to get it in this pocket here. There's a little pocket there you can put your finger in, and you do that with the foam backing. I'll also stick the tip here just a little bit. It doesn't need to be rigid back there, but it needs to sit inside there. Sit it inside. Good. Put my finger there. That's how high it's gonna go. 45. So there's one, and I'll make two. I'll just match them up. Another one. I got two. The bottoms I like to have just a little more pointed. They're 8 weeks old, so depending on how old your pup is, they do them up to 10 weeks. They get bigger. So I'll cut it a little bit, and I'll make tip just a little more rigid. This one looks good. I'm going to give it a little more of a snip. There we go. Looks good. Then I will tape it. Start from the bottom. This is the one I want going down. And this is also, see how it's got a round? Once I tape it, the tape's also going to hold it so it's straight. And you're going to tape it so that, oh, I want to chew on that. Tape it so that as you're taping, you're also straightening the foam, because you want it to be straight. So I'll go once, taping the whole foam, regular. And then at the end, you spin it around to get the adhesive side facing up, and then you bring it back down, and you go tape half on, half off, and just all the way down. I won't go right to the bottom though, because it doesn't really need to stick down there, and it's harder to, so I'll go about that far. I'll leave a little bit non-sticky at the bottom so I can get it in the pocket easier. Otherwise I can't get it in that pocket and it doesn't stick. So there's one. I'll make two of those. Earn the rewards you want. After I've made two of them, I got my bottoms here. They don't go all the way down, the sticking, so I can stick in here. Then I'll get my strips ready before I stick them in his ear. First strip you're gonna want is gonna go around the base of the ear, sticking right around here, and then there's gonna be a shorter one at the top, which I already have from the last dog I did. So here's one for the top. And the base is a little more, so we'll go out about, I don't know, 8 inches or so, 10 inches. And I'll cut it in half. So I got one for each ear. And I need one more of these for the top. After that I need one to hold the ears together from end to end. So I'm going to go that one a little bit longer, about a foot. Because you're going to wrap it around each ear and kind of holds them to stand. Here we go, I'm going to cut this in half. Okay, and then we go ahead and start posting. I got my post ready to go. Check the ear, make sure it's still dry. And if it ain't, you can just dry it with your hand. Just make sure it's dry. It looks good. Let's go ahead and do this one. Oh. So I'm going to stick it in there. And then trying to be gentle at the same time. And then you put it on the ear. There we go. I'll take one of my longer strips for the base, and I make sure to cover the flappy side, the uncut side first, to wrap around the post. You can see that here. He's laying down. So this side's the flappy, the other side is cut. So I'll tape that down first so it doesn't roll over. It's kind of hard to. There we go. And I'll use it all. Wrap it around. And then you just give it a squeeze. Make sure not to go too high, because if you cut off circulation to the top, not to wrap it too tight. You can squeeze it, but you're just squeezing the adhesive. And I get one for the top, the shorter one. This doesn't have to go as far, but I'll do the tip. And again, wrap it and squeeze it. There's one ear. I'll do the other side. The post. Kind of put my finger. Oh, he's got a sensitive ear on this one right side, I noticed. So I'll be careful. Try to be as careful as I can. He's not gonna like this. My long one for the base. Good. Short one for the top. Oop. Voila. Okay, I got too much at the top here. I'm going to cut. Make sure you don't cut the tip of the ear. That's why I always leave the ear just sticking out a little bit. The tip, I can actually see it right in. I want to trim these down a bit. That's good. So now I got to make them stand and direct them forward. So that's my long strip here. So the way I tape it is to kind of help direct it forward the way the tape pulls on itself. So I want the ears to kind of point forward like they're listening to something. Helps start training. That's hard to explain, but I just want, so when they pull on each other, it kind of pulls the ear forward, so the opening's opening, and this one I'll pull it back a bit to also do that. Right there looks good. It's not a perfect science. This one's a little too much, but the big idea is just to get the train them to stand. Once they start to stand, they can use their own memory and their own muscles to make them, when they hear stuff, to listen. So that's posting right there. And you do this for, they won't like it at first. He's gonna have a cone, so it's easier. I don't want to try to scratch them off. But the cone is more for the stitches. This will also help, though. It helps them not scratch the posts out. So there it is, all done.